And welcome back to my channel. So I'm excited about this week's coaching video, but before I jump right on in, I want to just say if my speech sounds a little different today, it's because I am wearing my bottom retainer. And y'all know I don't do it often when I do my videos, just because for me I can hear it in my head. My speech sounds very different, and I'm not sure how that sounds to you guys, so I hope it's okay. Not only that, when I'm talking, when you have anything in your mouth, it causes you to create extra saliva, if you know what I mean. And so I'm very self-conscious about that. So I have to stop, keep swallowing, and I don't want any spillage. So I just want you to know this is what we have going on. So let's jump right on in. Today we're going to be talking about how to fix a bad day. Okay, we all have had a time we woke up and your day was bad from the moment your feet hit that floor until you got back in the bed later on that day. And it just happens. It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. And if it hasn't happened to you before, sit back, relax, because it will eventually. And I'm not wishing that on you. It's just that we all have bad days. Some people have a full-blown bad day, meaning from beginning to end. Some people have maybe a couple of hours that are not so good. And, others, it's just non-stop for days on end, but bad days will come. So let's talk about how we can fix them. So number one, step outside. The fastest fix for a bad day is simply stepping outside and removing yourself from whatever is causing you tension. Get a breath of fresh air, soak in the sun, and do a few leisurely stretches. I cannot stress that enough. Anytime I'm at work and I start to get a little stressed because I'm trying to complete things and maybe I don't have everything I need or whatever the case may be, I will get up from my desk and I'll walk down to the cafeteria or to the pantry. I'm on the 9th floor. I'll go down to the 5th floor or the 6th floor, I'm sorry. And I say, you know what, let me get me a strong drink. Now, I don't drink, so for me, that would be a Sprite and or Pepsi, but mostly Sprite because I try not to do dark sodas. And just getting away from my desk allows me to take some deep breaths and allows me to take my mind off whatever is stressing me at the moment. And when I come back to my desk, I now have a different perspective, and I can start back with whatever it was I was doing, and I'm not as stressed anymore. Sometimes I may have to go to my coworker's office and sit down in her seat and we can just chat about something that has nothing to do with work. Or someone will come into my office, sit down, and we just chit-chat about, again, nothing that has anything to do with work, just to take your mind off whatever it is. The key is to remove yourself from the situation that is causing you stress. Number two, exercise. Exercise stimulates brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which can help us feel happier and more relaxed. I remember when I worked with the FSIS, and this is before I was with labor relations, which before we merged with employee relations, and we were in the basement at that time. And so it was one of those days where I just had so much to do, and I was working on the budget. Because the budget lady, she called me and she was like, hey, I need you all's projections for next year that my supervisor was supposed to do, but because he had no idea how to do it, he asked me to do it. And I thought, oh, this should be easy, honey. It was not, but I got the hang of it, though. And I was so stressed out, and, at this point, I'm slamming stuff because I'm just stressed. And my supervisor, he comes out of his office, and he said, why don't you take a break? I said, I have too much to do, Don. I don't have time. He said, no, take a break. Why don't you go down to the gym, take a class, get on a treadmill, because I was a member of the gym in the building, and just, get away from this. And so I said, okay. So I had my gym bag with me, went down to the gym, and I took the step aerobics class. Do you guys know that by the time I finished that 45-minute class, took my shower, grabbed my lunch, came back to my desk, honey, the rest of the day was easy as pie. And it just relieved all the stress. And I said, Don, thank you so much for insisting that I go, because I feel so much better. He said, thanks. He said, because you're more productive when you're not stressed out. So I'm telling y'all, exercise, not only does it help get the weight down and help you maintain whatever your goal is, it also helps to relax you. I promise you it does. Number three, read a chapter from your favorite book. If you're feeling in a funk, take a few minutes to mentally check out and read something that you enjoy. Immerse yourself in a book that will help you shift your focus away from negative thoughts. And as you guys know, I keep my book on my iPad, my books, I should say, on my iPad. And I love that anytime life gets stressful, I can pull up a book, you know, and just read and go to a whole nother place. And not that whatever the issue is that's causing you, you know, having these negative thoughts or stress, that doesn't necessarily go away, but just allowing you to get away and go someplace different. Because I don't know about you guys, when I read, I like to really get into what I'm reading so I can truly visualize what I'm reading. If this house is a beautiful home with a beautiful garden and a pool, in my mind's eye, as I'm reading my books, I can see that, and I can almost feel myself being there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell y'all, and I know you're probably thinking, Michelle, what in the Sam Hill? But yes, do that, and I promise you, all that other negativity that's going on, honey, that goes right on out the window. Read a chapter, and if you need to read a couple of chapters, do that. Number 4, turn on some music. It doesn't matter if it's a soothing playlist to calm your nerves or a nostalgic collection of your favorite songs. Music can make us happier, more empathetic, and more alert. Now, I will say this. If you are in the midst of a breakup, or maybe you and your significant other have had an argument of some type, you want to be careful of the music you listen to, okay? Because some music, while it can be relaxing on one end, on this end, it has a way of just bringing you down and making you feel even worse. Y'all, I can tell y'all this because I love you, but I remember a time where someone I was dating actually broke up with me, okay? And it was hard because I never had anybody break up with me. It was really, really hard. And I was in the kitchen, I was washing dishes, and a Michael Jackson song came on, one from back in the day, you know, with the Jackson 5, and I can't even think of the name of the song right now, but it came on, and I'm washing dishes because, you know, I was listening to the radio, and just out of nowhere, y'all, I couldn't stop crying. I could not stop the tears from crying because it just really, really drove home the fact that this person actually broke up with me. Somebody that said that they cared about me and someone that I cared about. So I said all that to say, be careful what you're listening to, because some songs can bring back memories, and, you know, that's not what we want here. We want you to listen to the music to kind of free yourself of whatever's going on and get a different perspective. And not only that, some songs that you listen to may make you decide that you want to bash that person in the head, neck, and throat. And I don't need you going to jail, and I certainly don't want to go either. So we just have to be careful what we're listening to. Number 5, call a friend. Even if it's just for a few minutes, talk to a friend or family member that gets you. And I'm going to air quote that gets you, because see, everybody doesn't really get us. They hear us, but they don't get us. And that can brighten your whole day. Hearing the voice of someone who cares about your well-being will do wonders for your mood. Now, I will say this. When you find that person that you can talk to, you know, that person that gets you, be careful of who you share stuff with. And I say that because sometimes you can open yourself up and share things with someone, and they generally care about you, but guess what? They'll go back and tell, oh, girl, you know what? I was talking to Michelle, and honey, girlfriend is going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So be careful of that, because all they have to do is tell the wrong person, or I should say the right person, and then that person will tell someone, and so on and so on. Before you know it, trying to get business all over town. So be very careful about who you talk to about your business. I have, outside of my family, I have a couple of good girlfriends and a couple of good guy friends that I know I can talk to about anything that's going on in my life, and I don't have to worry about that getting out. You know what I'm saying? So call a friend, but be careful who you call friend. Number 6, take a long bath. Devote some dedicated me time by taking a long shower or bath. Now, I threw in shower because not everybody wants to sit in a bath, right? This also means that you're going to have to put your phone and your tablets out of your hands to the side so that you can clear your head. See, sometimes when we're going through some stuff, this right here is a dangerous tool. This right here is a dangerous tool. You know why? Because I can access Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, what else? YouTube, everything else on both of those devices. And sometimes you need to get them out of your hands, have your hands free so that you can focus on clearing your mind, clearing your thoughts, and clearing your heart, if that's the case. And so when you're in the shower or the bathtub, typically you're not using either of those devices. So, if you are, you need to be careful with that because you'll end up damaging them and maybe yourself. So take a nice long bath or a nice shower. Now, I don't personally like to get in bathtubs. Why? Because I have knee issues, and trying to get out would be horrible, and I would not want to have to call on somebody to help me get out. So I would prefer to take a nice long hot shower, where the water's just beating on your back. Oh God, that sounds good right now, but you get where I'm going with this, right? Number 7, meditate. Participating in the act of meditation has been shown to improve your psychological state. If you're able to, sit in a comfortable position and just close your eyes. Try to relax your muscles. Take a few deep breaths and let your thoughts form at their own pace. Don't try to block them. Okay? Don't try to block them out. So when I talk about meditation, many years ago, I used to teach a beginner hatha yoga class, and I mean to tell you guys, that was like the most satisfying thing that I could do when I taught that class. And I did it at work, and I also did it at a gym, 2 different gyms actually. And I loved it because before we even got into the sun salutation, I would have people to just stand, and we would just stand up. And we would get into a neutral position. So how do you do that? Well, you stand with your arms to your side, and I would tell everybody to hunch their shoulders up towards their ears, pull them back just a little bit, and relax them. This is a neutral position because, sometimes people tend to stand all hunched over like this. No, this is your neutral position, and we would just stand. Hands are loose, palms are facing your thighs, and you're just standing. And then we would do a breathing exercise. And I would say to them, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and allow your stomach to extend out and your chest to lift up. So this is what it would sound like. So you see that? And then slowly blow it out. So we would do that about 4 or 5 times. And I had this really nice Native American flute music playing. I got to see if I can find that CD because I wanted to add it on to my phone and to my playlist because I just love it. It's so relaxing. And anyway, so we would do that about 4 or 5 times, and then as the music played, and we usually would do this through the first song, I think. And so then I would say, take your right ear to your right shoulder and allow it just to fall, and you're relaxed. And then take it to the other side, and then take your chin to your chest, so you'd bend down here, and allow your head to fall back. And then we would do neck rotations where you would just let your head just roll around your neck, and then you would take it back this way, and you always have to go behind. Oh God, y'all, that feels so good. And then because you have to be careful sometimes about closing your eyes when you're standing because it can throw your balance off. And so I would just ask people just to close their eyes and allow their head just to drop forward and just hang here for a little bit. And then we would slowly go into our sun salutation. Now, I said all that to say that meditation is key. If you don't meditate, and you don't have to be in the gym with other people, you can do it right in your own home. I can sit right where I am and do exactly what I just showed you guys, and it is so relaxing. And like I said, a great way to turn a bad day into a better day, or at least a more manageable one. Number 8, watch something that makes you laugh. I don't know about you guys, but when things are going on, life is getting stressful, I love to find things that will make me laugh. I'm trying to tell you, and I'm talking about laugh to the point that my stomach hurts, okay? That kind of a good, deep, hearty laugh will take your mind off whatever else is going on. So find a movie, a TV show, comedy skit, or personal video that will make you smile. The physical act of laughing almost instantly relieves stress. And I'm going to tell you, I know that to be true and factual. Number 9, write it out. Got a few things on your mind? Write out your frustrations with pen and paper, or you can use your computer. The act of writing your thoughts down can help you discover the root of negative emotions. You might be surprised at what you find. See, I love this exercise because let's say you're snapping at me, right? And I haven't done anything to you. And I say to you, hey, wait a minute. I haven't done a thing to you, but you're snapping my head off. What's going on? Let's talk. Do you want to talk? And you're snapping at me, but what you don't realize is, or what I think you've lost focus of and you lost sight of, is the fact that I am not your problem. You're projecting your problem onto me, but I'm not your problem because I just walked into the room. You see what I'm saying? So this is a perfect time to put pen to paper or your little hands to your keyboard and figure out what is it that's causing you to act the way you're acting. Something has happened. Something way over there has happened that has nothing to do with me, but you're taking it out on me because I happen to be here at the moment. And I've had to learn over the years not to do that and say to myself, Michelle, wait a minute, stop. That person is not your problem. This person is your problem, but you're taking it out on this person because they're here and you really don't want to be bothered. That's why you also need to know when not to be around other people. But getting back to writing it out, put your thoughts and feelings on paper. I do, you guys know, I don't do vision boards. I do a vision book. And here's my vision book. I love showing it to you guys. But in this book, I write down everything that I want to accomplish for the year. But I also write down things that are on my mind, because I'm going to tell you something. I always have stuff coming to me. I mean, it comes like this, and sometimes at the oddest times. And so I have to make a note. So because I keep my vision book with me, I have a section where I can just write down that little note and come back and look at it later on, even if it's not the same day. But I don't want to forget anything, and it also helps me to stay focused because I have so much going on sometimes, and to get my thoughts organized and together and all that other good stuff. So I'm telling you guys, when you're going through some stuff, write it down, write it out, and figure out how you can make things better. And this is also an exercise in my 21-day gratitude journal. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. There's a section, an exercise in there for one of those days, I don't recall which one, where you can write down, or you write a letter to someone that has wronged you. And you write a letter to that individual forgiving them. Now, granted, nobody's ever going to see what you write in that journal but you. But it helps you to get balance to your life. It helps you to stop allowing people to have so much power and control over you and have you acting out. So, again, I'll leave that in the description box. And number 10, change your perspective. Feelings of frustration or anger often come from the mindset that every action that we're taking at the moment is very important. Take a minute to think about what you're truly grateful for. Think about your family, your friends, your home, your job. Even if you don't really like your job, be grateful that you have one, because there are a lot of people that would love to have your job, okay? Be grateful for the car that you drive. It may not be the one you want to drive, but guess what? You have transportation. Be grateful for the most important thing, your life, your health, and your strength. Be grateful that God let you wake up this morning in your right mind, because guess what? Somebody somewhere went to bed in their right mind, but they woke up a complete nutcase. So I said all of that because I need you to focus on the things that you're grateful for. If you flip your perspective, then you don't have time to sit and worry about the things that aren't going right or the things that you don't have, because you have so much to be thankful and grateful for. When you think about all the good things in your life, the things that frustrate you will seem small or non-existent. I promise you that. When you change your perspective and you think about all the good things in your life, those things that get on your nerve, honey, they are just small and they really don't even matter. It's all about changing your perspective, okay? So let's do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. So today we talked about how to fix a bad day. Number 1, I said step outside. Remove yourself from whatever it is that's frustrating you. If it's your spouse, go to another room. If it's your kids, put them in the backyard. It's like, no, just leave the room. Sometimes when your kids are working your last good nerve. You love them, but they're working your nerves. If it's at work, walk away from your desk. Leave your office. Take a walk. Come back, and you should be fine. Number 2, exercise. Again, I'm telling y'all, doing an exercise class will make you feel so much better. And think of the health benefits that you get from doing it, right? Number 3, read a chapter from your favorite book. Sometimes you may have to read 2 or 3 chapters, depending on what's going on in your life. Number 4, turn on some music. But remember, I said be mindful of what type of music you're listening to based on what it is that you're going through. Number 5, call a friend. Make sure that friend is someone that you can truly trust with whatever is going on. And I have one friend like that. And trust me, I love all my friends and I do trust them. But I have one friend in particular that she and I can talk about anything under the sun and know that whatever I share with her stays with her. And whatever she shares with me stays with me. And I absolutely love that. Number 6, take a long bath or a long hot shower, whichever you prefer. That hot water beating on you relaxes you and just takes your mind off whatever's going on. Number 7, meditate. And I want to encourage you, like I said, if you can, take a yoga class, a hatha yoga class, because that's more of the breathing and all that kind of good stuff. But meditate. You can sit right where you are. Sometimes I have to do that at work, depending on my workload. I will close my office door, cut my light off, and just sit in my chair at my desk and just do some deep breathing, stretching of my neck, my shoulders, all that good stuff, and just meditate. And I promise you'll feel so much better. Number 8, watch something that makes you laugh. There's plenty of stuff out here that will make you laugh, because that will take your mind off whatever's going on. Number 9, write it out. Get out your pen and paper or your laptop. Put down how you're feeling. Get my 21-day gratitude journal, you guys. Do the exercises in there, and that, I promise you, will make you feel so much better. And number 10, change your perspective. Your perspective on things is something that can make or break your day. It can determine whether you have a great day, a good day, or an all right day. So change your perspective. I can't stress that enough. That's all I have, you guys. I want to thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And don't forget, if you have a topic that you want me to talk about, please reach out and let me know. I will leave my information in the description box. And other than that, I want you to have a wonderful day. I want you to have a great day. I want you to have a great rest of the week. Do you hear what I'm saying? Have it on purpose. Stop having bad days. Don't allow yourself to have a bad day. Now, granted, it'll creep up, but it doesn't have to stay all day long. So I hope this helps you in your day-to-day. And if it doesn't help you, I hope it helps someone else. Until next time, I love you guys to the moon and back. And there's nothing you can do about it. And we'll talk again soon.